All right, tell me if you've seen this before, right? The craziest things in the world that can happen to you just happen, right? You have no idea where it came from. In the midst of all of that, you hear terrible news, and even worse, things begin to appear to fall apart. I mean, you want to talk about like righteous chaos, and I'm not talking about like Jerry Springer chaos. I'm talking about the kind of chaos where if you didn't know better, it looks like it's a concerted attack against you. Now, the thing that doesn't make sense about these situations is almost undoubtedly they always are, but the way those attacks happen, they come in a way where we are literally convinced into thinking that it's something completely different than it is. This is the way the enemy works, right? I mean, how many of us have heard phrases like, dang, that came out of nowhere, right? How many times have we like walked into a situation and things seem to go south faster than we could have possibly imagined, and we're so dumbfounded by what happened that we're just like shaking our heads going, oh my gosh, what is this? And then when you're in the midst of being dumbfounded and you're shaken up a little bit and you're kind of looking up and down and trying to figure out all your bearing because the room and the world around you seems to be spinning in a way that you're not, you have people come up to you and they ask the most inconsiderate things like, can I have this? Or could we do this? Or, hey, what do you think about this? You think you could give me a little bit of favor here? And you stop for a moment, you look at the person and you think, do you have no observation skills? Have you not heard or seen anything that just happened? I mean, it is crazy. And folks, this stuff happens all the time because there's an invisible war that's out there, and the war is so invisible that when we begin to take incendiary rounds as a result of the war being raged, whatever. Folks, what begins to happen is we are dumbfounded, we're shocked, we're surprised because we have no idea from where it comes and we have no idea where it's about to go. And that's exactly how the enemy likes to work. He wants to disorient us. He wants to confuse us. He wants to tell us lies that are absolutely not true. And in the midst of all of that confusion, in the midst of the dizziness, in the midst of the fog of war, then he wants to pounce on us. And when we go down as a result of the pouncing, he wants to end us once and for all. This is the way our enemy works, folks. And there is an incredible series of examples in the Bible of what this looks like and what happens when it takes place. And we have even a greater example of somebody who mastered being able to get around in this realm. And that person is none other than Jesus Christ. And folks, in the study that we are going to go over today, as a matter of fact, if you are watching this, the day it is released, it's a Sunday morning. We are going to go over Matthew chapter 20. We're going to get into verses 17 all the way through 28. And folks, if you want to learn a little bit about the world that you can't see and how to navigate through the fog of war, you're going to find it in this lesson. Listen, there's an answer in how to see this stuff, how to be aware of this stuff, how to navigate through this stuff, and most importantly, how to lean on God, because God is the only one that can get us through it. Okay? Heads up. Let's pay attention to that. All right, guys. God bless you.